Yep,
we are live.
all the way live.
We are all the way live. And
Oh,
as you can see, we have the new improved Vito with us.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm the new improved Vito.
yeah,
I've
Vito-
got slightly more hair, which is basically the only improvement.
It's all the steroids.
You're also 4 times taller.
That is true. I could carry Vito around like Yoda, no problem.
Didn't that happen?
I think it did.
Did
it.
Wasn't that a thing? Maybe not like Yoda exactly, but there was some Vito carrying happening.
No, there was. When we were in Austin, there was a lot of Vito carrying. There was a lot of lifting of the Vito because he had to see over stuff, and he couldn't. He was too wee.
Yeah.
So was Vito much like the talking stick? You know, if you have the stick, you can talk. Except if you have the stick, it will talk.
I have the Vito. You must listen. I will speak.
There you go.
Oh yes. So hello, Bobby, Steve A, Peter White, Andrew. Yes, we have an Ed.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have any Eds here. We just have the new Vito.
I'm the Ed-toe.
Now
the Ed, the Vito,
now with 30% more ginger.
It's like 15, technically. It's only this part.
A little while ago, we decided on blends. So what's everyone going to start drinking?
I'm not, because I have to drive to work after this stream. So
that's disgustingly responsible. Oh, we have a Dan.
Oh, we have a
Dan. Nope. Yep, there he is.
Hey guys.
Hello, Dan.
Hey.
Did you find an ice pack for your laptop?
No, ice pack cooling wasn't the issue today. It hasn't been for a little while. But
you can just open the door and it's minus 40 degree fresh.
In the Dram Cave right now, it is probably about 15 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in American.
65.
Wait, no, 30 is 0. So
it's like 60s.
Yeah, 60, 65.
Yeah,
something.
It's there. Nice. I like it. Vito would be freezing. Vito would be freezing back here.
He would be. Since we are missing the original Vito, I figured that we would lose our sponsorship if somebody didn't drink some monkey shoulders.
I was already thinking that. I didn't have
that's what I started with.
If we,
You're kidding me. That's what you guys both have.
Got a little old monkey.
It's
in my fancy new non-shiny noser glass.
Oh shit! What's the interior?
It metal.
Okay.
Some kind of, I don't know, aluminum-esque metal thing. It's got a coating, so apparently it doesn't affect the taste, and I haven't noticed any metallic issues yet. So
now, Ed, isn't Steve A one of your moderators?
Yeah, he is. I don't know. We don't encourage moderation on our channel, though, and we do everything to excess. So
sure.
He doesn't have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Patron.
Jeffrey Patron.
Oh, earlier, before I joined, Peter White asked me how I did in the LCBO lottery. Actually, you may be shocked to find out that I got nothing.
Ditto.
I'm so sick and tired of it. There's just so many people that have multiple accounts. And I think the odds are obviously stacked in their favor. Truth be told, outside of any bottles that I really like, and it's all bourbon, right? We don't get any gnarly, sweet, rare scotches. Rarely we get a Lafroig Tarchis on Lotto. But it's all bourbon, and so far none of it is worth even the simple effort of typing in the information and waiting to find out that you've lost. And if you do win, it's just so funny. It's you've won the chance for us to rip you off. It's I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
So do you want some of my fake accounts so that you can enter more times? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yes. Shh, that's
We don't say these things out loud, Jeremy. Jeez.
An open secret.
um.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it happens like crazy. People have probably thousands of accounts. Some people,
Mhm.
it's insane.
Big Pete is joining me in my glass.
Nice. That's a good one.
I don't have a phrasing thing.
Slack it. You should. Need one.
Yeah.
There should have been one on Ed's channel yesterday.
Yeah. Take away the
Right.
GL, and we had plenty of Big Pete in
Yeah.
our.
Yeah.
Also, Andrew Spirell asked me if I'm the new Vito. Shouldn't I have some Johnny Walker, White Walker? I
Oh,
don't
geez.
have that. Closest I've got is the Song of Ice. I hope that will suffice.
How is that?
It's not good. It's better than the White Walker.
Okay. Fair. Then yeah, close enough, I guess.
Like it tastes like it doesn't taste like much. Like you know how the White Walker tastes like a chemical burn? This one
Sure.
doesn't taste like that. So
So that's better, I
it's a
guess.
step up, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a step up.
Also, before I remembered I had that, I also poured a little Epicurean. So
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
which I'm liking a lot more now that it's opened up a little. When I first opened this bottle, it tasted like funky old grapefruit, and that's
all right.
subsided a little bit, which I'm happy about because at first I was like, "What the hell did they do to this whiskey?"
Sheesh.
Yeah, grapefruit is funky. Funky grapefruit can be good and it can be bad.
They're just overwhelming amounts of grapefruit. You got to dial that back a little bit.
Sure.
Dave's
Grapefruit
here.
in moderation.
Hey, buddy. Woo!
That's good stuff.
The next review, actually, I'm going to do is on a whiskey that I just did a split with Dave and James Dennis, and it's one of the best. I didn't taste it until the new year, but I think technically we purchased it in 2019, and on the it still would have to be, if that qualifies, the probably the best whiskey of the year for me. And it is that Blackadder raw cask Lecheg.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh my god, it's magical stuff. If anybody,
Hang on, who let John V in? I'm just joking.
Blackadder raw cask stuff is
Although he's
often
throwing
goes
some
to
shade to new Vito.
And Jeffrey Patron is apparently drinking a penicillin made with Ardbeg Supernova. So nice.
I have never had a penicillin.
Really?
There's a lot of cocktails I haven't had, so maybe I'll get my hipster nerdy friend Sid from the city to do a cocktail episode because he is like crazy into cocktails.
Well, the other thing is Vito just next to you. That Vito, he shot some cocktail videos like a year ago. They did really well. Just some cocktail videos.
Yeah, they did. Vito is harder to coerce into these things these days. He's tall and strong now. Like I can't physically overpower him.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
I'm harder to throw now.
You could just see like Vito doing a video with you just standing in the background glaring. He's like nervously doing a drink video.
I've just got the images of he's got like a can of spinach whiskey. He just cracks it open like Popeye. Just
Sure.
Actually, John V. I was planning on having a drink of the Springbank 9 local barley before bed, but I think it might be a bad idea after what I'm about to drink during the stream. But I've been wanting to do a journal entry for that one for a while.
Also, hey, Graham. Graham says he never really liked the Epicurean the way he thought he would, and it was the low rung on the compass box for him, which is okay because it is done by Douglas Lang. So, so compass box stays unscathed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, the only thing from Compass Box that I haven't enjoyed is the Orangery.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to stay clear of that and keep the 100% record going for Compass Box.
Just use all of the feedback from other people whose tastes align with yours, and just go, if I don't try it, it's like Schrodinger's whiskey. As long as you don't try it,
I mean, you might love it. Who knows? It's hard to say.
No, generally, me and Brad have pretty similar tastes and stuff. That's for sure. I think I might like bourbon a little more than he does, but for Scotch wise and Irish, we're pretty aligned. And by that I mean like Brad has like just fantastic, incredible whiskeys, and I obviously like all of them.
You haven't had the Floki yet, though. I gotta bring you.
No, I'm dying. That is, I am super excited to try that. I'm honestly, rare and crazy and super old bottles included, that is probably number one at my list right now for curiosity, just to try. Because
I have a feeling you'll enjoy it, but it's hard to say. It's understandable that people don't always love it.
It's not as poop forward as you think it might be.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the non-sheep dung smoked one too, and it's just as barnyardy. Like, it's not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the issue isn't shit. It's just sort of a barnyardy, earthy, hay tasting whiskey. Like, good in a way. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it did remind me of working in a cow barn. Yeah. Very much so.
I dig that. I can't wait to try that.
If you have good associations with the smell of like a barnyard after it rains, then you probably like it.
Yeah.
If you don't, then maybe not.
Ed's been a little bit too wistful there, so I'm just like milking girls in the barn. And he's just like pretending to be, what was it, the apple thief in Scrubs? That whole
Sure.
Weather update from John V. It's currently raining men.
Hallelujah.
Oh, he killed off the balcony bottle, because I'm going to call it balcony now.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it's spelled balcony, right?
Yes, Graham Young, those barnyard components in Port Charlotte and Lefroy is excellent. I get a bit of it in quarter cask and a bit more of it in this year's Triple Wood Carchus.
Oh, this year's Triple Wood Carchus is so good.
I love it. It's unreal. So good.
I finished off a little bit of a sample that I had of that. So annoyed.
I will fill you up an even larger one this time.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey, Dan, good buddy. Love you. Just remember my birthday's coming up in a month.
Just get to North America so that we can sort out getting it to you.
If you come up here, you will leave with more samples than anybody has in the world. I guarantee it.
See, my legitimate problem come September is going to be culling what I take back, because I'm limited with what I can take back before I get bent over, dry, no lube on taxation. So
yeah, we know that feeling.
Yeah.
Do they have similar rules for entering Australia as they do for like the United States? Like, it's 3 bottles or something like that. 3/5.
Like 2 bottles from top of my head. It's 2 bottles. Anything over that, you've got to pay tax and excise, like alcohol excise on top. So it works out that basically you just double whatever the purchase price is.
Yep.
And some if it's a higher ABV as well.
That's pretty much what we're at.
Yeah, higher ABV can increase the price and where it's from sometimes, like the country that it's made. Not like if we go into the US and you get Scotch and bourbon, the cost is going to be different based on the location it originated from, not where you bought it.
No kidding.
It's super weird.
Terry was saying that there is no rules when entering America, and I believe that he has taken a significant amount of alcohol into America.
Yeah, I think there's like a 5 liter limit just from the TSA, like in your
It's
luggage
something
or
like
whatever.
that.
But
5
like,
liters.
yeah, last time I checked, I believe it was 5 liters. I mean, I took a suitcase full, and it was no issue at all.
No, so aircraft is 7 liters tops.
Oh wow! I thought it was less than that.
No,
but...
it might be 5 liters and 7 bottles. You could be right.
I mean, 5 liters would be about 7 bottles if they're 750s, right? So that would make sense. But yeah, it's a decent chunk. Whereas we can get a liter back here, 1.1 liters or whatever. Something.
So just as long as April's not watching the video, you're fine, Brad.
Yeah,
it's fine. She already knows about all that stuff. That's not a secret.
Does she know that you paid for Terry's plane ticket?
That's just a lie. She has access to the bank thing. Like she could tell what it is.
Yeah, Terry.
Irish.
Stated he had 3.5 liters of whiskey. Terry at the airport asking him, "Do you know who I am?"
Whiskey is for the demigod.
That would definitely not work. That would be a bad plan.
He just slaps the TSA agent and walks on through.
Sure, that'll go great.
Well, no fucking with that guy. Man like that has no time for this bullshit.
Graham Young mentioned earlier that you're loving the Big Pete Christmas, and that's probably the next one I'm going to have, because I believe that is just a cask strength version of the regular Big Pete.
I haven't had the Christmas one yet.
If it's cask strength, it's going to be good, right?
I would imagine. I mean, I like Big Pete, so I would imagine that I would enjoy cask strength Big Pete.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll hook you up. Dave hooked me up with a sample. He picked up a bottle this year, so I will definitely make sure that there's some around for your next visit west.
Let's see.
Southwest, which was supposed to be. We were supposed to have a really awesome and exciting evening last weekend, but the weather really put a stopper in it. We had a really bad storm. The worst of which was literally in between Brad's house and the final destination. But it will be happening in the future, and it will be killer content, folks. This will be must-see cask strength content coming up in the future.
Yeah, it'll be very cool. I was very annoyed that it was literally going to freezing rain. Like basically the entire 6-hour strip I would have had to drive each way.
And it's the worst stretch of the 401 in the entire province.
Yeah, like maybe I'm not going to do that instead.
Brad, that private airplane idea is looking really good now, isn't it?
It's looking better for sure. It'd be pricey, but it might be worth it eventually.
If you guys do want to pitch in for us to get a private airplane.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Just
buy Jeremy 14 million coffees.
Yeah.
Whatever with his buy me a coffee thing.
Yeah. Just every chat from here on in needs to be a super chat, guys. This is something that we really need to have happen so Brad can expedite his traveling to and fro.
Sure.
$50 super chats only.
Yeah, so remember, 14 million buy me a coffees.
You wouldn't even need that many. You could get a plane. You could get a small plane for what, 80, 90,000? Easy,
yeah,
right?
What was that one that I found for you that was maybe a little bit sketchy, built in the 60s? But
I mean, it would take a few thousand.
Built in the 60s.
A few $1,000s in flight classes and
this
stuff.
This is turning into a Buddy Holly Ricky Ballard.
Fine. It'll be fine.
Terry with the massive donation of 79p.
Yeah, that's British
We're
pounds.
rich.
So that equates to
We're rich.
$7 Australian and like $9 Canadian.
Yes, so rich. That's like a $1.20, $1.30. Canadian, something like that. If I'm remembering my math correctly, it's been a while. But I switched to some scallywag Speyside blend.
I love that little dog. He's so cute.
He is so cute.
Apparently, you can't super chat 69 cents.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
probably not enough to cover the fees.
Hey, I get points on those super chats because I'm Vito now, right?
Yep.
Sure. Yeah. You'll get exactly what Vito would get out of that super
Oh,
chat.
Terry. It's okay, Terry. You get A for effort on that one.
Damn it, you can't send 69 cents. That's just ripped.
That's funny. Oh well.
Yeah.
What about 69 pounds, Terry? Can you? Yeah, I was gonna. Wade has the right idea.
There you go.
Wade has the right idea. I just saw that. Yeah.
Just or Nigerian dollars. I'm pretty sure they're pretty worthless at the moment. Or reals. Reals are pretty much junk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or 69 million Zimbabwe dollars or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only accept payment in gold Krugerrands.
Sure. I wouldn't do that. Those are hard to fence, I would imagine, by now. That would be tricky.
No, because they were only illegal during apartheid times, and last time I checked, that shit stopped now.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, if Lethal Weapon taught me anything,
Yeah.
Getting your legal and financial advice from Lethal Weapon is a solid strategy. Oh, Terry probably does have my credit card details. That's probably a thing that happens. That wouldn't surprise me if I drunkenly gave him my credit card to buy some whiskey at some point.
Yeah, so Terry, if you want to go ahead and use those numbers and do as many super chats as you want,
it's just going to go straight out.
It's going straight back to him anyways. But
just as long as you keep it low enough that I can explain it to April, then it's fine.
We're laundering it for the purposes of a private plane.
Like, why did you buy a flight from Ireland to Australia and then back to Ireland? What was that about? Be tricky.
Oh, that's awesome. Is anybody moved on to a second dram?
Yeah,
I did. I just went on to the Scallywag 13 Speyside.
Ooh.
and I'm leaning into the blended full stop Scotch. No malt here. Well, I guess there is malt here, but there's some in there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of it. I got to be Vito, and this is the closest I can get.
Fair.
Smells like caramel poured over a gasoline fire.
But in a good way or a bad way?
Not a bad way.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's not as good then.
That's really, really good. But
right. You have to qualify every tasting note with like, but I like it.
Yeah. No,
it's horrible.
No, it's not as bad as White Walker. It tastes a little more caramely than that, but it's not too far off.
Oh, this is nice. I am drinking Elements of Isla Torba. I don't have a bottle, but Jeremy might have a.
I may have this ability.
Yes.
Ridiculously professional.
This is the second release I've had from Elements of Isla. The first is the peat foolproof, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite blends ever.
Yeah, that is tasty stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. So I had the opportunity to pick up one of these Torba in a bottle split, and it's my first time pouring it tonight. So we'll see how she goes.
Nice.
So Terry, just on that business class flight that you're booking with Brad's credit card, just bring me a bottle. It's all good.
You heard it here.
It's fine. Whatever.
The producer has okayed it.
Anything that I don't personally approve, you're just going to get April to kick you. So
that's all right.
It's between you and her at that point.
She'll either have to fly down here and kick me in person, which I'm fine with, or fly me there and kick me in person. And
she can wait till September, I'm sure.
Which I'm also fine with.
There you go.
Revenge is a dish best served cold and directly into your scrotum.
I need to make sure that I keep making positive investments into the Bank
Oh,
of Vito because
Steve A is wondering where the X is on my shirt. It's there.
yes.
So okay. So the whole time I'm like thinking, no, you just got to tweak the nipple for the right answer.
Right, true.
You guys ever play nipple golf? Poke until you find it.
Gotta say, I haven't.
Oh,
It's a game.
Good to know.
This might be a little weird talent to have, but I have an exceptionally fine ability to pick out a nipple every time. You could wear the thickest
Okay.
shirt you want, Ed, and I'll grab it every time.
That's terrifying. I have incredibly sensitive nips. So.
Mm.
So what happens if it's like Terry Crews underneath a sweater and you can't tell if he's flexing? Because there's like a 3-inch lift in that. Like,
True. Or if there's like 3. What are
Hey.
you gonna do there?
is it Drew Barrymore? One of those.
I don't know. I don't
has
think
a-
so, but I'm not sure.
Barrymore?
I'm afraid to Google.
Safe search off, and away we go.
This is super, super tasty. And Dave was saying earlier, ashy, sooty goodness. And it is very, very ashy and very sooty. There's a delicateness. There is a delicate vanilla in there that's just really nice on the nose. It comes out on the finish. But this is one of the more ashy Isla I've ever had.
Okay, so it was Lily Allen who I was thinking of. And side note, Harry Styles has 4.
Okay.
The more you know.
Sure.
Which is important information.
Yeah.
What's the world record for most on one person?
I don't know. I don't want to Google that.
I just tried to get you to Google as much of this as we can. So every ad that you see,
He's probably on his VPN and everything, I would hope. So it's
straight.
fine.
I'm currently
Yeah.
in Sweden. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's fine.
You have a good night, John. Go rub feet and be a good husband and all that stuff to the pregnant
yeah.
lady.
Cheers,
Say
John.
hi to Unborn Distrati for us.
Cheers.
And Eves is here too. Seems like everywhere I go, he pops up.
He's
Stalker.
actually stalking you. He's in the
He's a stalker,
next room.
legit.
Yeah, Benjamin is omnipresent.
Yeah.
You thought the cult had reach. Gee, nothing on Benjamin.
Has anybody at home ever had any elements of Isla bottlings? If so, did you like it or did you not like it?
Sorry,
And I would be too.
I'm confused whether or not he's obsessed with straight people or just straight obsessed with Ed.
It could be both.
I'll take it as both.
Yeah, those elements of Isla's, it's good stuff. I've only had the one that you had shared, but it was
Yeah,
very tasty.
I did have a taste of the peat, not the full proof, but I don't recall much about it, so I never really qualify that as having a whiskey. If I don't remember anything about it and I can't recall anything about it, I don't really count it as technically having it.
Right.
Because what's the point? Like, yeah, I've had it, but I don't remember anything about it. Doesn't count in my journal.
That does
So
make sense.
you didn't even make a journal note.
I do have a journal.
No, but you didn't make a note of it.
Oh, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so for those who don't, have you got your journal handy at all, Dan, or not?
I have one of them here. Yeah.
Like, for those who don't realize, Dan is actually probably the most professional out of all of us, including the level 3 SOM at the top there.
That's probably true, yeah.
No. So I stopped using this one for a while. This is one I picked up on Amazon. It's just a standard thing. The format isn't spectacular. Let's just get here.
So do you keep notes at all, Ed, or because you've got a really good depth of tasting ability?
See, I actually used to keep track of every single whiskey I had, like I had ever had, not just bought, but like every single one I had tasted at an event or like whiskey con or whatever. But like as of this year, probably about the summer, that just kind of got untenable because I was going to so many different things, and then when we went to Texas, that's when it really fell apart because that night we were in the vault. Like I remember I had a bunch of good stuff, and I can remember a couple of them, but we were just like grab, bottles, and then I was like, all right, there's no way in hell I'm keeping track of all of these.
Right.
Yeah.
Or people just walking up to you like, try this. Like, what is it? Try it. It's good. What is it? And they're already gone. Like,
Yeah.
crap. Okay.
And Paul
What's going on?
His channel, what it is, it's either going to be like Windex with some coloring or something fantastic.
Oh yeah, Distill America was actually tough. Well, but Steve, the thing with Distill America is we had GoPro footage of every single one, so I didn't log it there, but we had GoPro footage of everything we had when we were there, so I was able to go back and figure out like most of what we had.
Okay.
That's what I need. Is glasses with a video camera. So
yeah, there you go.
Beep.
So
there. Save for later. Brad can deal with it.
Yeah, I had the most brilliant freaking idea. So all of the millions of distillers that watch this, when I was at a very hipster cafe one day, drinking very, very expensive hipster coffee, the coffee came out with its own business card. And it literally said, this is the coffee, this is where it was grown, this is the dude who picked it, this is his 7 wives' names, whatever, with the tasting notes and everything on that. Why don't the distributors and the distillers and all that, why don't they have something at these tasting events that is like a literal business card that says, Lefroy, tastes like leather, salt, rope, and burnt bay necks. Bam. Just so you've got a little bit of a thing and a little bit of a spot on the back for some tasting notes so that when you're 17 drinks in, you can remember what the fuck you've drunk.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
It certainly is. Because I usually
Terry, I think that's a slightly different business card when it's actually the barista's contact details.
It's not the same.
My coffee comes with a free prostate exam.
Oh my god.
That's you.
I don't know where I'm going to get coffee.
You got to go to a different coffee place, man. That's not.
So here's a quick look at like the format of this. It's definitely designed for American. And it doesn't have a ton of stuff that I'd like to have on there, but it's kind of.
So by American, do you mean it just has the 4 flavors of bourbon?
Yeah, honestly, it's very limited to the stuff that they have. 10 boxes to check when there could be a lot. But it's a good way of just keeping things fairly concise. And I'm in the middle of transferring pages from here into a larger 3-ring binder because I have OCD. And I'd like everything to be sorted out in certain categories, and it's kind of hard to do when I just enter it into this one. But with the 3-ring binder, I can obviously put the sheets in wherever they fit.
Right.
So that's I'm in the middle of that, and I'm also super behind on my label notebook. I don't know if I've ever showed that on stream or not, but I keep all the labels in a notebook from bottles that I've had.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of, again, it's an OCD thing for sure. No two ways around that. But I'll pull her out here. So I just I take the labels off. I glue them on, and then on the back of the page, I write a brief, quick little write-up. That's obviously for quarter cask, which is on the other page there. Just a couple notes, how much it cost, where I picked it up from or whatever, what I thought of the bottle. And just a neat little nifty way to keep a track of stuff that I've had.
Nice. That's way more organized than anything.
Oh,
I
geez.
have
Hang on
done.
a second. Hey, Patty.
Oh, we have.
Sorry, man.
Patrick.
Hey,
Hi,
Well,
Patty.
I only
Hey, hey.
stepped in for a second there. I heard all this talk about coffee, so I figured I'd have a sip.
oh my God.
How much of that is coffee and how much of that isn't?
50-50.
It's a good ratio.
I'm only allowed to have one coffee post 12 p.m. because I get very talkative, as you may have noticed, and I don't go to sleep. By the coffee,
Yeah, who wants to be talkative when they're about to do a live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like that's most of what you do.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's important. I'd give you 2 coffees, like,
Right?
one right before the stream.
Here, have some espresso.
Just get
I'm
a
gonna-
pick
I'm
line
gonna-
and
I
run
switched
that,
to
run that
some,
Java straight in your arm.
switching to Little Book Chapter 2 for anybody that is.
ooh,
interested in
nice,
following along.
nice.
So Brad, just so you know, your quality has dropped significantly.
Has it?
Yeah.
Weird.
Brad, if you're gonna
It
do
was
book
it was me.
2, I'll do book 3.
Nice.
Oh, I gotta get some of that so bad.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
and
know-
actually, I just got a sample of Little Book 1, but I'm going to save that to do with Erica because I'm scared she would actually punch me in the head if I drank all that before she could get some.
Oh, I'm still waiting.
I mean, is she close enough that she could do it while on the stream? It could be worth the views.
Eric
Like,
is not going to watch
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Vito to bring me that Boona new make from you guys.
You still haven't had that?
Still haven't had it. I'm definitely doing a video when I get that for sure.
Oh shit! Yeah, that stuff was great.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's the first time I've never had a Scottish new make. In fact, I've never had any new make that wasn't bourbon or home distilled up here. So
Sure.
I like how it's home distilled. I have friends that give me free booze all the time, but I don't have any real new make. I thought you guys were doing blends tonight.
we are.
Oh, all right.
So Terry, to the best of our knowledge, he's either in a North Korean re-education camp or he's busy with life and shit.
what are the other? About 50-50 chance, I
Yeah,
would
no
say.
one actually knows where Vito is anymore. I don't think Vito knows where Vito is anymore.
Nope. Probably not.
Yeah.
And you haven't even got Ed his honorary cask strength T-shirt for these live streams yet.
I
Actually,
know,
Like-
right? We need
like-
to get on that.
Patrick, he won the first actual prize ever, and we still haven't fucking.
I know you did say you were going to send me one. Way back.
should probably
when
do that at
the
some
first
point.
started.
It's
Hey,
a
if it
pin
helps-
that says "I took Vito's place."
It's not my problem. I'm not the producer of this nonsense.
Hey, I made the shirt. We just need to purchase it and send it to Ed. The design has been done for like.
Oh, I can do that. Just send me a link. We can make that happen.
I'll tell you what, on screen right now, I'll commit to it. Send it to me tonight. I'll have my buddy do it. Quality
There we go.
over the
All right,
weekend.
I'm going to send you. I'll send you the one that I did after we did the logo change. You know that one.
What
Brad?
size are you, Ed?
Yeah.
Extra large is probably safe usually.
Extra Vito size, like 3 Vitos.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird to see so many of you guys in person for the first time, because that's like people are always bigger or smaller than you expect, and you have some reason you have weird perceptions of how tall or short people are supposed to be when you meet them.
It's true.
It is my
everyone
size,
thinks
but
that's how
proportional
old-
instead of a string bean. He's the proper dimensions, but he's still similar size to me, as opposed to just being a stick figure.
I have to wear those old 1970s big thick platforms to reach the top shelf. So
Yep. So I've just
There
sent
you
it
go.
to the group chat, Dan. I don't have the original asset for the original logo. You'd have to speak to Brad.
I do have that.
You do? Fantastic. So just have a look at that, just quickly while we're on screen. Don't throw it up there though. It's a secret design.
I don't know how to friggin' do stuff like
Super secret.
It's super secret.
Surprises.
I mean,
And Steve A, is saying that Ed really is as tall as he looks on camera. Accurate.
It's weird though. Some people came up and told me that they thought I was much shorter when they met me in person.
They think you were a 7-footer or what?
Someone told me I have delicate features, and that's why they thought I was a very small person. And I was like,
I don't know. I feel like I'm very ogreish, if anything.
Brad was not expecting Brad to be so big. Brad's like my buddy Clarky.
Sorry.
Never standing up straight. And
awkward wording there, Dan, but I'll go with it. It's fine.
And all of a sudden, the guy that was standing next to you that's kind of the same height, all of a sudden he's like a foot taller than me. I'm like, what's going on here?
Right.
Oh, he's just standing up straight.
It's all camera tricks.
Imagine how tall I would be if my spine was straight.
So Steve A, I spent like some time on Facebook when Ed was doing his trip around some distilleries. Completely lying, because I've never met Ed or Erica in person, but I was telling everyone that Erica was 6 foot tall, and some people believed me. So that might be where people thought that Ed was.
oh my god!
Somehow Ed turned down a basketball scholarship because he's 7'2".
There is always a 30% chance. I'm just fucking with you. Like.
Oh man, yeah. Erica refuses to take pictures where we're standing up together because she hits me like here-ish.
Sure.
So she's like, "No, we're sitting down or no pictures."
Sure.
I mean, personally, if Erica says it in the right tone, it's just like, "Yes, ma'am." She does not seem like she's got the patience to be fucked with sometimes.
No, especially when it's me.
So
when you're told something by Mrs. Erica Boonehaven, you do as you're told.
Exactly.
Are you drinking tonight, producer?
Bite me like full on. So
no, I'm not drinking, Patty. I from this stream, I got to change into work clothes, possibly comb my hair and drive to work. So I'm driving. So no.
How long does it take you to get into a clown costume?
Look, it doesn't take me long. I've already got my makeup done, so
seems right.
I totally asked a question to the folks at home and then did not follow through on it, and that's a massive super chat from Roy. Thank you very much, Roy. And
thanks for me.
Nice.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you for giving me five pounds.
Told you, you'll get the same cut the Vito gets.
So you, Vito, that's the weight the camera adds, 5 pounds.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
5 pounds and 5 feet.
Yep.
Just taking shots on the guy.
So what are you guys drinking? Sorry, like I said, I jumped in late. Sorry.
No worries. I've got elements of Isla Torba blend, which Jeremy will probably have to throw that back up so you can take a little peek there without Googling stuff.
Oh.
Sounds tasty.
It even looks gastric.
Brad, you would really like this. It says it's funny too because I was just gonna say it has a really ashy Ardbeg note. It says it's from 3 distilleries. One of them is the biggest distillery, and I know production wise that's Kalila. And I guess that's the only way of gauging how large a distillery is. I don't think they're going by square footage of the distillery.
Well, isn't Ardbeg in the process of doing their big expansion at the moment? So Roy would probably be the person most likely to know, unless someone else does, whether or not post expansion, whether or not that's going to start challenging. Because I know that they're doubling their warehouse space, and I think they're putting in a new still. I can't remember.
Jesus,
I think so. Yeah, or they recently put one in or something. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there's still houses.
They are expanding.
The line arms were outside of the building.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's how tiny it was before they knocked in a wall.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll start giving up casks for independent bottlings and stuff again because they stopped doing that like a couple years ago.
Well, I
That
don't
would
think
be
they had
nice.
production, did they?
No, they probably just had to keep everything that they made.
It'll be interesting to see whether or not that 5-year-old isn't just some elaborate meme troll, and that actually comes out.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
I'm very excited for that. If it's because what is it called? It's named after the dog, right?
I have no idea.
I don't remember what it's called.
I want that. I want that.
Yeah, I need a bottle of it for sure.
It'll be interesting to see where it is on the curve of smoky goodness to a little bit of age and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean, young peated stuff could be very good, and 5 years seems to be a good. I mean, most of the Octomores are 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's like some independent bottlings of 5-year Taliskers that are amazing.
The independent 3-year you had is the one I'm jealous of still. I'd love to get my hands on that one.
It was a 5.
That was a 5? Oh,
yeah, it was.
Then I'd be in all day on this.
Even though it looked like water. It was 5 years old.
Anything that tastes like banana bread is exciting to me.
Yeah.
And of course, the beauty is if 5-year-old Ardbeg flops, they can just hold on to it another 5 years and they got
it's fine.
Look, we have the base forever.
Yeah.
That Torba is almost twice as good as the regular peat foolproof. It is super good. It says from the distillery info, it says it's a blended malt bringing together the power of one of the world's most heavily peated whiskeys, the classic lemongrass and smoked kipper character of the island's largest distillery, and delicate fruity notes from well-aged North Coast Isla malt. And it's really, really delicious. So elements of Isla so far is batting 1,000 for me.
Nice.
Big fan.
When I started looking for my blendeds, I really don't have many.
Yeah, I know, right?
I looked. I'm like, I have a Kinnickinnick from Great Lakes Distillery that I just got, and I think that's it.
I've got most of the blended stuff I have is stuff that is for their worst whiskey watch. Generally, it's almost all complete crap.
Right.
Yeah, I was having a hard time. Like the 3 blends I've just had here are all Isla. I have another one. It's an Isla blend. I was struggling to find something that's not Isla, but of course I have some Monkey Shoulder on hand because Vito does come to my house.
Is he a big shoulder fan?
That's the rule.
Yep.
What's that?
Wow! Right from we're really trying to keep that fake sponsorship going.
So quickly back on the Ardbeg thing, they do around 17 to 18,000 liters of spirit out of 2 pot stills. The current expansion is looking at doubling the distilling capabilities.
All right. Cool.
That means maybe more committee releases at a lower price. That's not going to happen.
No. Or just more availability. The price isn't going to go down, but you might have a better shot of getting some.
Yeah, I don't care about the price so much as the availability. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that availability will then level out the price in markets that may be a little bit more sensitive to global demand.
Right.
Except me and Patty are going to be paying 20%, 25% on top of that.
Yeah.
Because of our dear leader.
Honestly, it goes down to, I've seen Ardbeg as low as $65 Australian here for the base 10 product, up to $100, and it wafts in and out according to what they can get their hands on for shit. So yeah, more supply, good.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Would be nice. We're at
on a budget.
Got to save up for 3 or 4 months, get some hard back then.
I forgot about that. That's funny. All of a sudden, he's got $60. He goes to the store. It's a fucking 100. Damn it!
It's another 2 weeks, man.
Can't you sell me one under the table? Yeah, what happens if you do become good friends with one of the local liquor store guys? Maybe
What do you mean if I do become?
You probably are. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe you can work a little extra
and everything.
discount.
It's all good. It's a financial challenge. It's not a whiskey challenge.
Yeah, around
But
Christmas,
mooching is good.
I sat and drank half a bottle of lavender gin from London with one of the Reds, like in store. I had to catch the train home.
Nice.
I mean, I would never drink irresponsibly for free at a bottle shop.
What
And
is,
drop their name. You know?
what is the best blended whiskey that you guys have ever had?
Tobias and the Angels probably up there for me.
Yeah.
Damn you!
Yeah.
I would land on that one too.
I own some.
I was just gonna say,
That's in Toronto currently that I haven't tried yet, and I was going to get my hands on it last weekend because I was going to be there.
my hands on it.
But
It's really good.
I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I have some waiting for me. It's just getting annoying.
Can I wager a guess on what your favorite blend ever is, Brad?
Sure.
I'm going to guess No Name.
Yeah, that's probably no name version 1 is probably the ticket so far. Yeah.
It's definitely it is the second best blend I've ever had. The best blend I've ever had is that North Star Spica 29-year-old. It's knockout.
That reminds me, I do have a peat monster here. I do have 2 blended whiskeys.
There you go. And not a bad one either. I don't mind Peat Monster.
No, I found it to be like way more friendly than what you expect. Like when I first heard of it, I was like, sweet, I'm gonna get slapped around the room and dragged across the floor. And I'm like, oh, this is way too nice. Like I really like it, but it was like, this is so friendly. It kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, it doesn't do the name justice.
No.
It's good. It's great. Like I very much enjoy it, but it definitely doesn't fit the name quite like I expected.
Yeah.
Not monstrous enough.
Yeah. I thought I was going to take down an Artbag or Lafroig easy. I was like, this thing's going to crush it. And I'm like, no, this is so light and friendly. It's beautiful. And kind of earthy more than it is peaty a little bit in my mind.
Right.
Wow. Roy had and I'll never pronounce this one correctly, a Hui. 21-year-old blended, distilled in 1884, bottled in 1905. How cool is that?
That is
wow.
That's kind of crazy.
I'd be okay with just touching the bottle.
Right. Just let me smell it, please.
Yeah.
This is when we find out Roy's like that TV show Good Night Sweetheart, and he just goes into his shop behind the thing, ends up in World War II or World War One.
Sure. That would explain a few things.
That is really, really neat though. Yeah, that's I think that's, I mean, I know obviously many people have had older stuff, but that's the oldest whiskey I think I've ever, have kind of firsthand experience seeing somebody having tasted that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
So I need another pour. Should I go cheap or expensive?
Expensive.
Yeah.
All right. This is the most fanciest blend that I had, so I figured I might as well pull it. The Johnny Walker Blue Ghost and Rare Brora edition.
Ah, there you are.
Nice.
And that's got some fiddly bits and a half on it, hasn't it?
It does.
Yeah, that's
actually, you know what we haven't done in a while, and I think everyone has actually had 3 drinks, and it's getting close to about the end of the street.
Wait.
blend.
Okay, no, I've had 3.
Yep. Shag, Marry, Kill. We have not played a Shag, Marry, Kill in a long time.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Vito used to play this all the time. It was his favorite game. Look at that hesitation on his face.
Sorry, I had a little fumble in the shower, and I don't remember my past life anymore.
Fair.
So what were the 3 drinks that you've had, Brad?
I've had 4. So I had Monkey Shoulder, Scallywag 13, Little Book Chapter 2. And I guess until I sip this, I've had 3, so I can
so you've got 3.
exclude
So
the Johnny Walker.
Shag, marry, kill. Your scallywag, shoulder, and
So
Don't you dare kill that cute little dog.
I would probably have to disappoint Vito and kill the monkey shoulder.
He said monkey shoulder.
And shag the Little Book, and then marry the Scallywag.
Okay, I like new Vito because new Vito is able to continue drinking on his challenges. Old Vito would have gone, I know my weird body by now, and passed out.
Passed out.
Could happen. Could happen.
So what were you marrying, Brad? I missed it.
I married the Scallywag 13.
Oh, nice. Good. Oh, there you go. So Roy took a Instagram photo of the bottle that he had. I'm going to have to stalk that later.
Yeah, for sure.
What about yourself, Vito? You've had 3?
I think I actually had 4, including the monkey shoulder, but I won't count that one.
We both know that Vito would always have a long-term affair with monkey shoulder.
Yes. I think that's the way to go. So I had Johnny Walker, White. No, this is not White Walker. This is Ice, Song of Ice.
It's dying.
And then I had Little Book Chapter 3, which I guess technically isn't actually a blended bourbon, but it's a blend of bourbons. We're calling it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a blend, right? If it's as long as it's from multiple distilleries.
Well, it's not though, is it? It's all from.
It's all Beam.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all Beam. Okay.
I think it's a blend of different Beam things that were going to be different Beam products. So I think
the Little Book 2 is definitely a blend because it's got the Canadian.
It is definitely a blend.
Yeah. So
it's got American.
We'll let it pass as a blend.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then Epicurean. Boop. I think I would probably. Honestly, I am lukewarm on the Epicurean. So I'm going to have a loveless marriage with that. Come home to that every night and be sad, but then sneak off to have an affair with my little book, and I'm going to stab the Song of Ice to death over and over and over again.
The irony.
Or maybe I don't know. Shoot it in the back with an arrow as it runs away.
Sort of a thing, just stabbed over and over and over and over.
It just doesn't die. The damn thing.
Okay, well, I had the Elements Torba, the Elements Pete, and the Big Pete, and I'd say I'd love to have a shag with the Pete. I'd settle down with the Torba, and I'd off the Big Pete.
The subliminal messaging just screws me up on the show.
I don't know what you're going on about, Patty.
All of a sudden, I think I'm drinking Torba. Well, to sneak that one in, I just snuck a Rhetoric 24 in my glass to get 3. I had the Kinnikinnick and the Powers John Lane edition because, like I said, I'm not getting up to go get the Peat Monster. That's too far away right now.
Hang on a sec. Good night, Roy. Sleep well.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us. And
cheers, Roy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome to see you.
Thanks for stopping in from across the pond.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting the flavor in here. I'm going to marry the Powers John Lane. It's a little bit simple and light, kind of mellow all the way through. You can come home to that all the time. I'm going to definitely shag the Rhetoric. It's a fun every now and then shag, but it is a little woody. It's got a little punch to her. And today the Kinnikinnick's going to get killed. Going to get tipped over a cliff. So, damn, what? I drank Artbag? What?
No, I don't know what you're
drinking.
No one gets stabbed. Don't worry about it. Don't talk about it. It's fine. We just want to avoid all stabbings.
Yeah. So the Kinnikinnick's gonna slide off a cliff compared to the other two. That's not necessarily fair to it, but Yeah, that's what happens when you get put in that triangle of death.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to kill the things you love.
Yeah, it's a shame, but sometimes we have to do it. That's where Ed is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a murder victim right here. That's a good reason. That's a lesson, a life lesson, kids. Always have a scapegoat ready for murdering.
That's what I was gonna say. You can have someone to frame.
Yeah. Does that mean that you're Erica's scapegoat?
No comment.
No comment.
Safe.
How would Chris Carter say? Always have that friend with you when things are going bad that you can blame it on him.
Sure. For sure.
Yep.
You always want to have someone expendable, in your life, just in case.
Well,
Advice. That is
yeah,
solid advice.
in his case, he was right. He's like, well, I'm the only one making millions of dollars. I can handle you going to jail. I can pay you for that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like having a slower person with you when you're camping in grizzly country.
There you go.
I mean,
You just need
note
to
to
have
self,
the
no
right-
camping with Hayes. Got it.
Yeah. Remind me when I go to Canada not to camp with you.
I'll camp with you, Hayes. Just remember, I can throw people though.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
faster.
what Vito's for.
Best. No, new Vito looks like he's
Shot
hard
put,
to throw.
Vito.
I need two people. One person I'm faster than, and one person I can throw. So I throw Vito and then run past whoever's next. So I've got effectively 2 extra chances of getting away from the grizzly.
Sure.
I
And then
someday
years
want.
later, Vito comes riding out of the wilderness on a grizzly bear. They made him thing.
That
Got
weird
wings all of a sudden.
would fit. Like that would make sense. He would be very confused. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Ah.
I guess I guess I just talked my way out of any future D&D campaigns.
Not really.
Are you
Although
kidding?
par for the course for you guys.
Yeah, it sounds fine. That's
Have you
Yeah,
seen
no.
how we play? We push our healer downstairs into
Yeah,
fire.
you do.
Actually,
a couple of times.
I'm behind on like maybe 2. When's the last episode you guys did?
Well, we've done 7 so far, so you must be at least 5 on.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That
like
seems
level
right.
7 right now, man. That's crazy.
You've done 7?
I think you're probably up to date. Let's put it that way.
There's only been 2, or is it 3?
There's been 2. We got to do another one. Actually, we could do one next week.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
so
we could look at that.
So.
I'm free next week. Yeah.
As long as
do
we
it for
pick
sure.
the right day, I can handle that. But and someday I want to see a stream with like a yin yang, old Vito, new Vito, like comparison, like almost like going at each other.
Battle of the
We do a
Vitos.
face-off?
Oh, that can be arranged.
Battle of the Vitos.
Can,
needs to happen.
can I be John Travolta and he'll be Nick Cage? I mean,
Okay, I will learn the deepfake software so that I can make this happen.
Yes.
I get
You
it
do that
now,
in real time?
guys.
You could probably do that in real time, right?
Face
You got
off.
some preparation.
Face
We could make
off.
that happen. Yeah, we could do that. We can make this happen.
yeah.
See, there's a whole nother show. I like that show.
Excellent.
So I blended all of those 3 drams together, and it is spectacular. I never have luck with this,
Hmm.
and this is just an excellent, super blend of blends.
I can see that working out pretty well. Yeah,
Yeah. Make 3 good
they're
ones.
mostly in sort of a similar direction, at least. So they wouldn't.
They're all from the right island.
That probably
Right.
helps.
Helps a lot.
Like Benjamin says, whenever you go camping, you should ask someone how fast they run. Hey, you can be faster than me. I can trip you.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I can do that leg whip from behind. And be like, oh,
Yeah.
see you later.
it's not something that I ask because Australian animals play on a whole other fucking level. So there's just doesn't matter if you're fast or strong or whatever. If it's your time to be eaten by a redback and then fucked by a wombat, it's your time to be eaten by a redback and fucked by a wombat.
Sure.
Preferably in that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, way to go.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel like this happened in one of Jeremy's like rescue missions. He saw some horrible shit, and this is where it's coming from.
Guys, walk
find-
away. Don't. This guy doesn't need rescuing.
Right. No, he's done.
Does someone have a dart for the wombat? Because otherwise he comes after you.
Yeah. Those wombats, the first thing they see is what they're gonna fuck.
There.
Yeah, Terry, I don't know. I've never asked one. I thought it was a bit rude, whether or not they have thumbs.
Terry, he never has conversation before, during, or after. Okay.
You just let them do what they want to do, and we all know echidnas, man. Like you just don't want to.
Mm.
Sure, for sure.
I did hear about that. I had some relatives over there. They are not fun.
No, most animals, like in Australia, even the ones that have a reputation of just being cute and wonderful, are really not cute and wonderful at all.
Yeah, no, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Just remember,
Australia wants to kill you.
Yeah,
just in
koalas have
general.
more STDs than a nursing home.
That's true.
Put that out there now.
Sure.
Good times.
Yep.
Is
And
that mainly because of the wombat issue, or?
you know what? I don't know. Maybe that's why koalas try not to go on the ground so much. They just
Gotta stay away from those fuckers.
The wombat behind every bush just waiting to spring out.
Sure.
all right, I'm gonna end this before it gets really bad.
Okay, good call.
We're just headed into the right side of Australia.
No, it's as soon as people start mentioning that Australia isn't real, Jeremy just needs to cut and run. Just there's no
Yep, because the Indian
typical.
can't fire me otherwise.
Typical.
And you can't have that.